Russian President Vladimir Putin welcomed Chinese leader Xi Jinping before their meeting Thursday at the Kremlin and greeted one another as dear friends, portraying their close partnership as a stabilizing force in the troubled world and signing a statement critical of the United States. They strongly condemned the use of tariffs and unilateral, illegitimate restrictive measures, a criticism that was directed at Washington, with China under intense economic pressure in President Donald Trump's trade war. Xi and Putin pledged to counter U.S. efforts at dual containment of Russia and China, vowing to resolutely oppose the imposition of hostile approaches toward Russia and China. They also criticized Trump's Golden Dome missile shield as deeply destabilizing and warned that the risk of a nuclear war was closer, portraying themselves as responsible leaders while blaming other nuclear powers for the confrontational policy and rhetoric of individual countries and their associations. On the eve of Russia's Victory Day parade marking the defeat of Nazi Germany in the Second World War, Putin said that China and Russia were standing up to neo-Nazism, part of Kremlin's propaganda drive painting Ukraine's defense against Russia's years-long invasion as a revival of Nazism in Europe. Today, with our Chinese friends, we firmly stand guard over the historical truth, protect the memory of the war years, and counter modern manifestation of neo-Nazism and militarism, Putin said. For his part, Xi said that Russia and China stand against bullying in what appeared to be a reference to the US tariffs and pledged to promote an orderly multipolar world. Facing the current headwinds of unilateralism and bullying behavior by powerful forces in the international community, China stands together with Russia to shoulder the special responsibilities of being a global power and a permanent member of the UN Security Council, Xi said. The meeting projected the importance of the two countries' close economic ties, deflecting the Trump administration's effort to weaken their relationship by offering inducements and concessions to Moscow while pressuring Beijing with 145% tariffs. Putin said after the meeting that cooperation had reached its highest level, describing the Russia-China relationship as an unbreakable friendship. Although China says it's neutral in Russia's war on Ukraine, Xi's visit for the Victory Day military parade offered a strong signal of support, underscoring the importance of Chinese trade in supporting Russia's war effort. A People's Liberation Army honor guard is among the foreign military contingents that march in Friday's parade. When Xi visited Putin for a prompt-filled summit 2 years ago, he had a special message. Together, he and Putin were driving changes, the likes of which we haven't seen for 100 years. He was signaling Chinese and Russian confidence in the United States' inevitable long-term decline and the opportunities opening up for Beijing and Moscow, according to analysts. That goal appears suddenly closer, with Trump retreats from global leadership, threats to absorb other countries and territories, disruption of NATO, transatlantic ties, and steep tariffs on more than 70 countries. When she spoke of driving changes not seen for a century, it's essentially an upending of the American-led order. As she faces a more confrontational and unpredictable US, demonstrating that China has friends, especially in Moscow, is important, much as Putin, since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, has relied on China to project his global clout, despite Western attempts to isolate him. Trump's tariffs have put China under immense economic and political pressure, spurring Xi to boost ties with Asia and Europe and portray Beijing as a beacon of calm and resolute stability, and Trump as a reckless force wreaking global economic havoc.